Hey everyone, I hope you can hear me. Turn it up a wee bit. There we go. Happy Saturday. This is Laura from My Scrubless Life. And I just wanted to come on today and talk about the post that I posted last night in the group. It was like what's the biggest thing you're scared of in business? And we had a pretty overwhelming response of the fear of failure and the fear of rejection. This feeling is never going to go away. It's something that is always there. Basically, it's through your whole entire life. So we have to learn how to become friends with it. How can we work with it while not letting it totally put a damper on our dreams and then we never take action? So one of my examples was that whenever you're a bedside nurse and you're in an emergency situation and maybe there's something that inside of you is rolling around and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this, I should pass it off to the next person, see if they can do it. But then they encourage you and you take action and you do it and you do great at it. That's the situation of fear where you took action and you got over it, and then maybe by the end of the emergency situation you're like, yes, oh my god, I totally did that, like that was awesome, I want to do that again with another patient. But starting a business is a completely optional thing in life. Like, we can all just continue to be bedside nurses and just stay with that and be happy with that. Or we have the option to start a business. It's optional fear. So it's fear that we have to learn how to make our friend. So the fear of rejection. Because if we're so fearful that people are going to reject us, we're never going to put ourselves out there. And the only way to get clients, to get paying clients, is to put yourself out there. I once listened to a podcast where the lady, she was a coach from England, and she went through 50 no's before she got one yes. But then she grew to $10,000 a month. So it's just like when you're cruising around on the internet and there could be like a million ladies out there with the exact same chicken casserole recipe, but you don't want it from this woman, you don't want it from that woman, but you'll take it from this woman. We're all going to connect, all your potential clients, or maybe they don't become clients, they're going to connect with someone who basically, it's just like our dementia patients. You know how some dementia patients, they'll accept one nurse, but they won't accept the other because maybe it reminds them of someone else, like in their past life or in their life. It's just like that. You could be offering the exact same thing, 10 women offering the exact same thing, and the person only wants it from one of them for whatever reason. Hey, whoever's watching, I totally can't see because my phone is super old. But yeah, so the fear of rejection, basically what you're going to do, you're going to figure out who your ideal client is and what you have to offer, and you're going to put your hand out and you're going to say, look, this is what I have. This is what I have to offer. This is how awesome I am. And this is how awesome I can make you. And if that person chooses to take what's in your hand, or if they don't, then they just keep walking and they can find it from the next person. And so there's fear of rejection from clients, but then there's also fear of rejection from people in our lives, family, friends, old coworkers, putting ourselves out there, and we all just want everyone to support us all the time and just to tell us what like fabulous of a job we're doing. But that's not what we're going to get, because some people just don't understand where you are in life or understand what you're trying to do. So there's a lot of rejection, but also you're going to be accepted by a lot of people as well. A lot of really thankful people who are like, oh my gosh, Tina, like, where have you been? I've been looking for you for so long, you know? And then I just want to go back to the fear of failure. So anything in our lives, you could probably think of your own example, maybe you build it up to be this awesome thing and you're like, yes, I'm gonna be like a dialysis nurse, this is gonna be the best thing ever, like I've been reading about this for a long time and I've taken all these courses and it's gonna be so awesome and I'm gonna be a dialysis nurse. And then once you get there, you're like, oh no, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. But then just you getting there and being around those people, and maybe you meet someone, and maybe you meeting that one person, they're like, hey, I have this opportunity. Come and open an antique store with me. Come, let's do it. And you're like, yes, oh my gosh, all I do is antiques, like antiquing and restoring vintage things in my spare time. It's my most favorite thing ever. And then maybe you get on that path and then you're so successful with it. But then when you look back, was becoming a dialysis nurse the biggest failure ever? Was getting that job a failure? No, because it planted a seed to your success of being that vintage salesperson. So there's always two ways to look at things in life. Was it a massive failure, or did it just totally throw me into success, into something else where I'm truly meant to be and where I'm truly meant to serve and where it truly lights me up in life? So there's many ways, but I think there's only two ways you can look at failure. Because really, I almost choked. I don't think I'm gonna cry. Because then, so I was just a bedside nurse for 7.5, almost 8 years. Is that a failure? And then now I'm helping nurses start businesses? No. It's a complete success because it got me here. It brought me here to my purpose. And even when you're with clients and maybe that client says no, it's not a failure, because they're going to teach you what you can do better next time. Or you're going to learn, I don't even like working with that person. That wasn't a failure, that was a huge success, so I never have to make a mistake working with someone like that ever again. So basically the whole reason for this video was that taking action and starting a business is optional. Starting a business is optional. But don't let the fear of potential failure and rejection hold you back. Yeah. Because taking action is the antidote to it. Because you could probably think of your own situation, even in nursing, where maybe you weren't experienced or as expertise with a certain skill, and then you started doing it and you were like rocking that shit, and then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been doing that skill for like 10 years, but it's only been 2 weeks. That's exactly the same thing in business, is once you start taking action, you're going to be like, that was old school. I can't even believe that was a problem. I can't even believe I was scared of that. So, yes. And I want you to take action. I want you to take action by clicking the link above this video to sign up for our Clarity Challenge. Because also, even in finding your dream client, just like I said, the casserole, like the women of the casserole, even those clients are going to choose if they want it from you or from someone else. But there are going to be clients who want to learn from you. They want you. So have a good Saturday. I'm going to end this if I know how. Oh, finish. There we go.